My name's Chris.
And my name is Gina.
We're from Toronto, Canada. This is our first time in Egypt, and we had a terrific time with Real Egypt. We were only here for actually a short while as sort of a stopover to another destination on our tour, so we didn't know really what to expect or what we could get out of a very short time with Real Egypt, and our expectations were quite considerably exceeded. Our time with Samir has been terrific in terms of adding so much more depth to our understanding of the Egyptology, both in terms of the religious aspects and the culture and how those two go together, and also has been terrific in terms of really giving us an understanding of how some of the ancient history has sort of led to where Egypt is today and how it's developed over the centuries, and that's been so amazing. Before we came here, people were reminding us to be safe, and that led to some concerns in terms of what it would actually be like here. But the people have been so accommodating and friendly and welcoming, and it's really been just a pleasure being here, and the tour has been instrumental as well in ensuring that we've had a great safe experience here in Egypt.
When deciding to come to Egypt, I wanted to make sure that our safety was the #1 priority, and I wanted to make sure that the communication between us and the tour guides was not going to be an issue, so we can get our needs. When I was communicating back and forth, I found that Real Egypt Tours was quite detailed, and they were answering all my questions, and that they understood what I was looking for this tailor-made itinerary that we were looking for.
It was a personalized experience. We really sort of asked what experience we were looking for, and they helped to create that in really a short amount of time. So I don't think we would have got that elsewhere.
One of my personal favorites is the old medieval Egypt, where we got to walk in the streets and interact with locals. We went to several different historic churches, and learning about religion, even Christianity in Egypt, and how that's different back to Western society, and how it's
how multiple religions can sort of coexist in the same space was really remarkable to see. And one of my favorite moments was in Giza, of course, at the Acropolis and seeing the pyramids, but also in the Boat Museum. I didn't know from my readings in advance that was even there, and what an incredible and sort of humbling experience it was to see a boat several thousand years old, and how grand it is, and how technologically how many advances that they have. Really the oldest boat in the world, and that was a terrific experience.
So one of the things that I found really interesting is how, before, my perception is that you couldn't share your religion openly in Egypt, and even your father was saying not to tell anyone that you were Christian, and I'm Christian, because that would be a danger to myself. But as I came to Egypt and I learned more about how the churches and the different religions actually got along, it was a big surprise to me, and I'm going to go back and tell my father-in-law that I'm allowed to openly be Christian, and that people in Egypt are open about it as well.
Oh, that was another pleasant surprise, of course. Not something that we think about on the tour, is what kind of accommodations we'll have, or what kind of even food opportunities are available. But it was amazing, the hotel that we stayed at, for a fraction of the price of elsewhere, so much more luxurious, and the food and the culinary experience just terrific as well. So that also contributed to a very relaxing holiday, where we had a place to recharge after a long day.
And it's not just the type of food, but it was just healthier, and he's not very easy to please in terms of healthy foods, and it's opened him up to fish and more vegetables and fruits as well.